Here we at NECANN 2025. You're about to get a lot of knowledge right now if you open up your ears. My man's right here is about to give you some real game that even we need at 40 tons. So give him a little bit of game. Let him know who
Cheers,
you are.
Cooper. Cheers. So my name's Ezra. I have a company called Blue Skies, and I come from the legacy industry myself and found that the process of getting licensed and going through all the red tape and all the paperwork was so challenging that I wanted to start a company to help people get through. And I've gotten over 50 companies through in Massachusetts, and now I work almost exclusively with social equity companies. And my firm got over $1.5 million in grant money from the state of Massachusetts to help them get licensed, get open, get their cultivation fit out, all these things. So I'm really excited about it.
I don't think you heard him. Get that wax out your ears. The 1.5 in grant money that you don't have to pay back, that you can really get your business started, that you're going to need in this game because it's a money suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I want to tell you a story, actually. I have an amazing client named Darnisha. Her company is called Safe Life, and she's a courier. A courier is very simple. You basically need a vehicle, and you have a deal with a retail, and you just deliver to homes, right? So it's a really simple business.
Yeah.
She was trying for years and years, trying to get a space, trying to get towns to accept her. You know, I think she found a lot of racial barriers, and I gave her an opportunity. I said, look, I think I can figure out a way to get you licensed and have a space. I actually rent my office as her location to her. I haven't charged her rent, but we got her a license.
Yeah.
And when she got licensed, she was able to apply for a grant, and she got $250,000.
Thank you,
So
Jesus.
she can buy vehicles, she can hire employees, she can even pay the retail for marketing. Right now we're trying to get retailers interested in having Darnisha deliver for them, and she's got money to spend on their marketing.
Darnisha, shout out to Darnisha. Stand up, Darnisha. Shout out to
bless
Darnisha.
Darnisha.
And this is, it just shows that don't give up, stay focused. All those things about not giving up and staying focused, and they don't know which door that will open for you. Because if Darnisha just gave up on the first thing, she wouldn't get the 250 to be able to get the cars and be able to further on with what she was doing, right? So it's about dedication and staying focused. That's really what I get from this whole thing.
Yeah, in fact, in a moment where Darnisha and I were trying to get her license, I've been working with her for over 2 years, and I just said, the red tape is ridiculous. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. And she gave me a pep talk. She was like, Ezra, I'm not giving up. We got to keep pushing. And I was like, all right, well, we'll try. The state is crazy. All the paperwork you got to do. And we got it. And, it's the team. It's keeping that passion going.
Yeah. So key thing, have passion and purpose in whatever it is that you want to do. With 40 tons, I'm walking in my purpose. I don't feel that God did this for no reason. It was at the last 2 minutes of Trump's in office was when I got my clemency.
Incredible.
And everything that I do, I have to do it with purpose, because I'll be slapping the rest of the guys in the face that's still locked down if I didn't do nothing with it.
That's right.
If I just I messed it all up, and I didn't use it for that. I used it for, this is the power that he wants me to give. He wants me to push the message, and he wants me to project it big in order to try to bring light to the situation. And I'm not really going to be happy until I get someone else out. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
The day that I can get someone else home to their family, and they can get that same feeling that I got, that's the satisfaction. That's
real wealth.
I trademarked that clemency is better than the lottery.
Yeah.
Because lottery, there's people that won the lottery and they're broke now.
That's right.
Right? But getting your freedom back is a whole nother ballgame.
Yeah. And as a white guy, having been raided by the DEA with 15 SUVs in my house, and I was just making remedies for old ladies who had hurt knees and needed wellness, I thought, why is there so much farther to go in terms of social justice around this one plant? that we've been using for thousands of years.
Yeah. That's a
And
half drug. It's like, it's the only drug that I found out that's only a half drug when it's like beneficial to going to prison.
yeah,
But it's not a half drug. It's on the stock market.
exactly,
Like-
exactly. And that is the institutionalized racism around it. I think that we have this sense of wanting to control, and if people can just grow their own plant and make medicine for themselves,
Yeah.
well, then they can't pay the pharma companies, man. So they want to keep that control, and we need to fight that. We need to make sure that people like Darnisha, people like you get in, that we bring that culture, the people who've had the legacy of keeping this plant going and keeping it breeding and keeping these strains like alive.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of guys in this room who never touched weed when it was completely illegal. And I think there's something important about the history of that passion. And that's the people I like to serve. For me, I got to pay the bills, but
Yeah.
I feel wealthy when I'm helping somebody who's been affected by the war on drugs get a license, get open, get into the market.
This is
a beautiful thing.
Listen, I want everybody, before you step into this game, before you step into this game, please, I know you think it's a bloodbath, and I know you think it's a money pool, and I know you think all these things, right? Educate yourself. There's so many things going on in this industry that you need to know about.
Yep.
That the taxation, the this, the that this is how much the bag costs, how much that costs. You really need to educate yourself, because this is not the old, you grow all the weed and then you just get the money.
Yeah, you
and
sit
then you
back
just pay
and
for the life and
yeah.
just sit back. No, those days are over.
Yep.
Everybody is going to charge you. And when you get to the new states, like how it is new here, right, you have to get in the beginning of every state, because at the beginning of every state
That's the
is
money.
when the money's going to
Yeah.
flow,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's going to get oversaturated in due time.
Yep.
So educate yourself, learn the numbers, because this is not an industry that had any numbers built already. This is not
Yeah.
an industry
Yeah, it's Wild West.
that had anything going on already. This is not an industry that had a blueprint out. They just opened it up with no blueprint.
Yeah, yeah, and it's unknown, and there's going to be people who spend millions and crash and burn. I've seen it. I've had clients who've literally spent millions of dollars and they crash and burn. And I have clients who just had a few bucks to their name and just a prayer and a song, and they made it, and they got it, and they got in with no debt. And there's ways to do it. There's tricks around it, but it's true. Passion is what makes you obsessed about every detail, looking at every number, going to every show, all those things, and also the ability to pivot. I see a lot of people who say like, oh, it's my dream because I'm going to grow weed and I'm never going to stop and do anything else. If you want to be in the industry and you want to grow weed, that's really expensive, start with a brand, start with a shop, start with a manufacturing, start with just getting a job and grow in, learn about it, and then pivot. There's always something else to do. That's the beauty of a new market. There's new opportunities.
Yes. So you heard it here. NECANN 2025, man. Listen to the game, open your ears, learn, and see what it is that you can do. There's grant money out there for you. There's opportunity out there for you. You have to know what you're going to do with the opportunity that's given. And the wrong question is the only question that you don't ask.
That's right.
That's the question that's going to get you in a bunch of
That's
trouble.
exactly right.
Closing your mouth.
Yep.
So open your mouth, ask what you can do, and then you can find out more information.
Yep.
Come to NECANN 2025 or come to NECANN 2026, right? And go by each booth, learn. You might pass by a booth, you might walk past him, and then you just walk past your bag.
Yeah.
You just lost your bag
Yeah.
because you just passed by and didn't ask that question.
Yeah.
And now you didn't know that he could have walked you in to get the 50,000 that you needed to start,
Yeah.
or the 100,000 that you needed to start, or whatever that looks like.
Yeah. And the number of times that I've seen people make a decision that when they finally come to me and they say, oh yeah, I paid this lawyer to do this thing, or I paid this architect to do this thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I could have saved you thousands of dollars, because I had my first 5 clients do it that way, and then I learned There's a much easier way to do it. There's a faster way to do it. There's a simpler way to do it. You just got to ask out there. Also, town officials, if you're trying to get open in a town, they're always free to talk to. So that's a little pointer for people.
Okay. So we're here. We're going to wrap it up. 2025. NECANN. My man.
Ezra. Blue Skies.
Blue Skies, man.
Booth
Can
213.
you tell them where to find you?
Yeah, Blue Skies can. If you type in Ezra, marijuana, Massachusetts, I will come up. So that's EZRA. But my company is Blue Skies Unlimited, and it's Blue Skies Can, CAN.com. You'll find me. We can help you get you licensed, or just give me a call and ask me questions. I'm here to help.
NECANN 225, Blue Skies, 40 tons. We out.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I'm calling my business partner so you can talk to him.
Yeah, I'm in for you.